What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. For those of you catching this live, I thank you for stopping by. My channel's kind of been going nuts the last couple weeks over this Family Guy, the family cruising and Grouse Garage, a couple videos that I posted. Then there was like this short little thing that hit the internet on YouTube right after that with Grouse Garage coming on my channel, and then basically leaving because of a subscriber of mine, and then deleting comments of mine. But I'm here. I'm gonna be working out, and I'm available to talk if you guys want to bring up anything. You know me. I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. So if you want to ask me anything, now's your time. It's you and I for an hour. So here we go. If you just want to hang out with me while I work out, it's just like having a spotter in the gym, so I welcome you. So thanks, guys, for stopping by. I always take my ring off when I'm working out. Sometimes I forget to put my ring back on after I'm done working out, but I always take it off when I'm working out so I don't ruin it. But yeah, I like to start the bench off at 135 just to get warmed up. Usually I work out with like music playing, but since YouTube doesn't like to let you listen to music without violating you copyright wise, we won't be doing that today. So let's see here. Next set is 185. Feel free to comment, guys. $2.25. Okay. Next set's gonna be 250. We'll see how I feel after this set. If I feel good, get 4 to 5 of them. I'll go a little heavier today. I'm not working with a spotter, so I won't do my 1 rep max, and I'll just go back down, do some lighter weight for some more reps. We'll go up a little bit more. Like I said, nothing crazy tonight, so we'll go up 10 pounds. We'll bring it up to 260 for tonight. I see we got somebody in the chat in the video live streaming. Welcome to the channel. So I'm doing a Q&A session while I'm working out. So if you have any questions, just hit me up. I think what I'll do, I'll hit this for 1, and then I'll put the slingshot on, hit it some more. Kind of superset it. That way the slingshot's protecting me since I'm working out by myself. So 260, I think it's 265. 265. No faith. Yeah, I wasn't planning on going heavy today. I don't have a spotter with me, so I'm in my basement gym. So that's why I only did 1 or 2, and then I put the slingshot on. Then I did 3 more. So yeah, without a spotter, I don't go over 260, 270 by myself. Welcome to the live stream, though. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to come back down and weight. Bring it down to 225. That's my working weight usually. And hit it for reps. Austin Withers, thank you for stopping by. You should get a Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. Well, I don't know how long you've been a subscriber, or a Jeep Trackhawk to replace your Ford. I would love a Jeep Trackhawk. I don't know how long you've been a subscriber, but I made a video where I talked about the progression of the Ford Explorer, and if they went places where I would go with it. But I'm still waiting on subscriber count. When I get my subscriber count to 2,000, I'm going to purchase a brand new $80,000 muscle car. I did leak in a few later videos what it might be, but I'm not telling anybody yet. The only thing I am going to tell you is currently nobody on YouTube has a channel based around this car. This car has been featured, it's been test driven, but nobody owns one and has a channel. So I will be the first person to actually own one and have an active YouTube channel where I make daily videos about it. So yeah, as soon as I get to 2,000 subscribers, that's going to be sitting in my driveway. Okay, back down to 225. Let's see here. Let's see. Keep it original, be a leader, not a follower. Kind of like Paul did, yeah. I'm assuming you're talking about Paul from Family Cruising, but yeah, I really like Paul and the way his channel was created, the way it played out. It's sad to see what happened to him, but you know, he'll be back. I doubt this is going to keep him off YouTube forever, but now me. Hellcat Uber, yeah. I don't know if you saw the live stream he did. He talked about doing the Hellcat Uber videos and why he doesn't do them anymore. Basically, he admitted that they were fake, that he's not an actual Uber driver, that he would advertise on Craigslist and Facebook, anybody wishing to take Hellcat rides, and then he would just advertise this in Hellcat Uber, but it was harder and harder to find people that would sign waivers and be willing to take those rides, so that's why he doesn't do it anymore, plus the fact that he's in legal trouble right now. But yeah, I have a few video ideas that haven't been done on YouTube to this day, so I have big plans for not only the channel at that point, but with that car, because some of the ideas I have, you can search YouTube, they don't come up, so I'll be the first to kind of pioneer the way I want to do these videos. So I'm hoping my subscriber count grows. I would have done that, would have been fun. Yeah, that'd be awesome. There's a lot of YouTube channels that are car-based. Car-based YouTube channels are very hard to, like John Doc. John Doc is probably one of the fastest active YouTubers that has a car-based YouTube channel. He's in the sevens with his car, him and Cletus, and you know, his channel really goes unappreciated. There's, you know, 40,000, 60,000 subscribers, and he deserves 300,000, 400,000. He could embarrass Guitarmageddon and Street Speed 717 on any given day, and it's really sad to see him, like him, John Doc, and JD Joyride, which they create awesome videos, and their videos go unnoticed because the antics that Street Speed does or 1320 does gets overshadowed. So even though JD Joyride makes some awesome videos, they go unseen. He should have 4 or 5 times the amount of subscribers that he does now. It's Just a 6 blew up, and you know, he's getting some great content, Stang Mode, Demonology, but there's really so many YouTubers that have car-based YouTube channels that you really got to think outside the box. I know people that have Hellcats and they have a YouTube channel with less than 50 subscribers because everybody has a Hellcat now. So, you know, what sets you aside? What sets you apart from somebody else? You really gotta have a good platform, which would be your vehicle, and then good ideas. So, you know, I take my knowledge of that situation, move forward into the future with my channel. So that's where I'm going. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if you have any, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions on what the heck next. All of you liberals out there, you don't like just going 100-200 on the street. Well, too damn bad. As long as you have your big powerful V8s, we will just be fine. I don't know what that comment means. If you could like elaborate a little bit. You're generalizing a little bit for you to claim that 200 isn't fast enough. I disagree with you. I think you know, 100 is plenty fast enough, especially if you're doing it on the street. So, I don't know if you've seen some of my past videos where I did some street stuff. I don't do that stuff anymore because I got a promotion with my work and with my situation now. The last thing I need is more attention through street racing. So I knocked a lot of that stuff off. If I'm going to race, it's going to be on the track. These soulless people who don't know to have fun and report people like Paul to the cops. Yeah, that's true. I'm not a big fan of snitches. I've been to many street racing events, and nobody likes a party pooper. But you got to understand life. I don't know where they were. We can all assume that it was a closed down street, but we don't know that for sure because none of us were there. If cars were racing up and down my street in front of my house at midnight, 2 in the morning, I'd certainly have a complaint too. I have kids and they need to be up for school, and that's just life. We all like to say we're in Mexico, but most of us know that that's a facade, and in reality, we're on the streets around our neighbors. We're on the streets around the public. So I would hope to think that they were somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I just hope that Paul's issues don't become bigger. I hope that they plead out and work in some sort of deal. Time to switch Mexico to Germany. Yeah, because that's funny. I don't know why the whole Mexico thing started, but street racing in Mexico is illegal too. You can't street race in Germany, but the Germans do have the Autobahn, and on the Autobahn there is no speed limit. So it'd be hard to come to a stop and do a dig race on the Autobahn, but you can certainly reach top speed on the Autobahn. So yeah, you can get as much roll racing that you want on the Autobahn. And what's funny is, like, people who have YouTube channels that fly on the Autobahn, you rarely see them street racing. You don't see them doing pools against each other on the Autobahn. It doesn't make any sense. People would rather do it over here. But there are a few channels where people with ZR1s, Mustangs, Corvettes have taken them to top speed and just pinned it. You know, 300 kilometers an hour, 350 kilometers an hour on the bike. I mean, they've really reached some brutal speeds for a long period of time on the Autobahn. But it's kind of funny that you bring up Germany, because you don't see too many street races on the Autobahn, which is amazing. It's funny. You should take your Ford Explorer off-roading as a video. I've actually done that. Also, I take it you don't like Grouse Garage. No, I don't like Grouse Garage because I found out he's a pedophile. And I found out he killed a teen boy with his car a year before he was convicted of molesting a 17-year-old girl. So I'll leave it at that. I made a couple videos about it. But I do not support his channel or the person he is. Never met the guy. What about before you found out? Yeah, actually, I made a video. You can go in my video files and look up a video I called Favorite Driving Songs, where I featured him, RT Life, things like that, and I talked about their driving songs. And I asked other YouTubers for submitting clips, and they sent me their clips, pictures of their cars, things like that, and their idea of what their favorite driving song was. So I featured them in that video, and you can go, feel free to watch it. It's great. But since I found out, especially being in law enforcement, with my career, I can't support a guy like that, and I just choose to separate myself from that situation. But let's see, you should take your Ford off-roading. I did. If you find my Instagram page, it's not active anymore. I really don't do much on there. You'll see pictures where not only I went off-roading in it, but I took it across the creek. I drove through about 1.5 feet of standing water, moving water, light moving water under a bridge. And yeah, so that was a long time ago. You're right, but that was a long time ago, and I will take it off-roading. It's about to snow here, so I'm gonna make some more snow videos because it goes great in the snow. But absolutely, I will take it off-roading. Snow drifting on the streets. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. I have a video from last year doing donuts in the snow, and I also have a video where I talk about the Dodge Demon, and in the beginning of that video I set it up with like getting 6.5, 8.5 inches of snow the previous day, and seeing how the Explorer does. It's really good in the snow. Like I said, power distribution is great. It's a very good balance between front and rear. My problem is obviously it's not made for the snow. It's a sport SUV. It's made to do 160. So even though the tires are all season, I'm limited by that. And so most of the time, because I have so much power in it, I dynoed it at 415 at the wheel, so it's a little over 500 at the crank. So because I have so much power in it, it's easily overpowering the snow. Because honestly, you don't need to be driving 100 miles an hour in the snow. So something that has a top speed of 40 miles an hour that gets great traction in the snow essentially will do a lot better in the snow. But it's very good in the snow. So I will definitely do some donuts when it snows next here. What do I think about the Demon? Well, I made a video about that too. I think initially the Demon was overhyped to the point where everybody got in them and expected them to do 965, and that wasn't the case. They found out really quick. It's difficult to drive that fast. It takes a lot of practice. Nobody can just get in it and do a 965. Jeep should put the Demon engine in the Grand Cherokee. I don't know about the Demon engine, but I know they're doing the Hellcat Ram. They're going to be doing that soon, so that's going to be amazing too. But yeah, everybody expected the Demon to do 965s right out the gate, and that just wasn't the case. But there's a lot of people that don't know, and if you watch my video about the Dodge Demon, there's a lot of people that don't know you can buy factory drag cars right from Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. Dodge makes the Challenger Track Pack, Chevy makes the Copo Camaro, and Ford makes the Cobra Jet. And all three of those cars are factory-built drag cars specifically built for drag racing. So, if you want to pay over $100,000 for a Demon and say you have a 965 car, great. But in reality, we all know that's not the case. Unless you tracked it hard a lot and become a amazing driver on a super prep track, you won't even see the 9s. So with that being said, McLaren 720 does 9s with an average driver. The McLaren 720 is so light. Yeah, the drive pack is nice. Yeah, go check out my my video on the Dodge Demon and how I feel Dodge lied to its fan base. Not lied, just misled. It certainly is a fast street legal car, but it's not the fastest factory available car because, like I said, all three major brands do. They have a factory drag car you can buy from the factory, and the Demon people are finding out is a one-trick pony. It's not good in roll racing. It's really only good in the digs. The Tesla P100D smokes it pretty much everywhere except for the drag strip. The McLaren 720S smokes it pretty much everywhere except for the drag strip. Even a tuned GTR smokes it everywhere but the drag strip. So I'd love to have one. I just wouldn't want to pay. They're ticketed at like 80, 85, and then they got overhead plus 15, plus 20,000. That's ridiculous. Dodge said they weren't going to do that to customers. Dodge said they weren't going to allow their dealerships to overprice for these Demons, and they're doing it. That's why there's a ton of Trackhawks sitting in dealerships right now. There's a ton of Demons sitting in dealerships, even Hellcats right now. The drag strip is its home, that's correct, yeah. But, you know, with that being said, Dodge made people believe that you could do a 965 and still be street legal. So, like, these people are assuming that these cars are going to hook like that on the streets. And it's just not the case. All that power, all that horsepower isn't going to do you anything. All that torque isn't going to do you anything if you can't put the power to the ground. So, a really sick, well-prepared surface. Race tune, racing fuel, skinny tires, the Demon crate. You need all that to do 965, and most people didn't expect that when they were buying that. So let me get this next set done, and I'll come back to your questions. But yeah, I encourage you to go to previous videos and check out some of those I brought up. Spencer Stewart, when am I supposed to get the gift card? Spencer Stewart, remind me what gift card it is. I don't remember your name in particular. Just put bricks in the trunk of the Demon and you'll be able to put the power down. Yeah. That'd be amazing. Drag strip surfaces are prepped with glue, and even a decently prepared track isn't good enough to put all the power that the Demon has down. It takes a super, super sticky track. Spencer Stewart, let me think. Gift card. I haven't done a giveaway on the channel in a long time. Maybe you're somebody from work. I'm assuming you're somebody from work, because at work we got this little thing going on. Everybody's trying to guess my middle name. Amazon gift card I won. I won one of your giveaway a long time ago. Yeah, I don't remember you in particular, but I will certainly get you out a gift card. You can email me, simplyfast570@gmail.com. What about putting a Hellcat engine in your Ford Explorer? Yeah, that'd be nice, right? It wouldn't work. It would need a lot of modification. because it's an SUV for one, and the Explorer is technically front-wheel drive, and then when the smart four-wheel drive system takes place, it transfers energy to the back wheels, so it would take so much modification that would be impossible. Yeah, it's been a long time. No, I'm not from work. Okay, yes, sure. I'll click on your link there, and I'll shoot you an email. I'll also leave, after this video is done, I'll leave a link to my email in the description for you to contact me, and we'll get that going both ways. But yeah, certainly, if I owe you an Amazon gift card, I'll get it right out to you. It's not a big deal. I just stopped doing giveaways a long time ago because giveaways didn't help me much. Honestly, like, I was thinking about doing a video recently about, like, subscriber video acquiring. Like, 99% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribers. They're catching my video through Google or suggested videos within YouTube itself. But it's sad to say is 99% of the videos I have, and some of my videos have almost 20,000 views, but they're product reviews. So people that are watching my channel for car stuff, it's really a small amount of my content. When most of my video views, and you can look in the About Me section on my page, those 150,000 views that I have, most of them are product reviews where I tested a spray paint, or I did a video on boots, or an inflatable slide from my backyard. So cars are my passion. I also do product reviews, and that's to kind of fill the gap in between me going to racing events and stuff like that. So certainly, I'll get you out that gift card. It's not a big deal. And because it's so late, I don't remember what contest it was. It must have been like a subscriber giveaway. I think I gave gift cards away from like 100 subscribers, 300 subscribers. But whatever it is, I'll get it out to you. It's not a big deal. Let's see here. Yeah, I also I have merch on Teespring. If you go on teespring.com and type in the 570 Experience, I have t-shirts and stuff available. I remember I was contacted like 6 months ago from a subscriber who was saying they wanted one of my shirts, but they couldn't afford it. So I bought myself a shirt for him, and he never contacted me back. So I don't know where to get this shirt. So if you know anybody who wants this shirt, it's a size medium. I'll send it right out to you. Just let me know. Let's see here. I like what you think. What about the Hellcat Red Eye? I think the Hellcat Red Eye will take the attention away from the Demon. Honestly, I think it's a more streetable car. I think it's a better car. Like I said, the Demon is a one-trick pony, where I think the Hellcat Red Eye is going to be a more versatile. It's going to be that car that's going to compete with the ZR1 and the Z06, a car that you could take to the Nürburgring, a car that you could take to Laguna Seca. It's going to have that track, amazing track performance like the GT350R. I think the Red Eye is going to bridge that gap between drag racing and road coursing. So I personally think the Red Eye is a much nicer car. It might not be the Demon straight up on the track, on the drag strip, but half of the races it might win. With a great driver, you certainly can do amazing things. But I think the Red Eye is going to be a little bit more affordable. I think the Red Eye is going to be a more fan favorite car that people are going to like and enjoy. And once people start buying the Red Eye, the Demon will kind of go away. And the people that own Demons now, their car will be worth a lot more, because I don't think they have plans on making them again. So right now, if you think about it, they're limited to about 3,000. Originally they made 3,300. 3,000 for the United States and 300 for Canada. And there was a few burned up in a fire. I don't remember what SRT Mush did with his, but I know he wrecked his. So yeah, they're out there and they're limited in numbers. So I think once the Red Eye becomes more popular, it's gonna overshadow the Demon, and people are gonna like it more. What do you think about Big Truck Series review? I've seen a couple of his videos. I don't believe I'm a subscriber. I want to say his videos came up in suggested videos within YouTube, because I do watch a lot of YouTube if I'm not making videos myself. I like his content. I think he's a genuine person. Of him getting pulled over recently, yeah, I'd have to go check out his channel, because I'm not a subscriber, so I don't know if I got that notification that he got pulled over. I know recently, aside from like Paul and that freak show Grouse Garage, I know Corey from Tall Guy Car Reviews got pulled over. Corey's a different animal itself. I don't support Corey either, because Corey's a felon, and like I said, because I'm in law enforcement, I can't do that. I think he was a smartass to the cop. I don't think the situation would have played out the same if he would have just been a little bit more respectful. Me personally, he keeps saying, well, this and that, and I got the whole thing recorded. Well, he didn't have the whole thing recorded. He only showed you what he wanted you to see. He showed you when the cop was behind him and after he'd already pulled over. He didn't show you what led up to that. Now, honestly, I think the police were recording on their dash cams. I think all that will be known eventually, but if Corey's smart, because of his record and because of the type of car he has and things like that, he should just take a plea and kind of plead down to maybe, aggressive driving or something like that. Because whatever the cops have him, they have him on camera. And whether he's going to admit it or not, Corey is making you believe that he did nothing wrong. They're not just going to pull you over because you have a nice car. It's 2018. They can't do that. They know everybody's recording them. I have a dash cam on my car. If somebody pulled me over for something dumb, I'd laugh them right all the way to court. I wouldn't even say anything in the car. I'd say, just write the ticket. I'll see you in court. I'd embarrass them in court, and that'd be it. But Corey and his brother had a situation where they got pulled over on the highway. And I've seen it. It's actually a common practice in some law enforcement departments for street racing. They have big street racing problems. So when they get people that are street racing and they have multiple cars pulled over with only one officer, they take the keys off you so that you don't run. So the cop demanded his keys. He gave him an attitude, took his keys, and then he ran up there and got his keys off his brother. That's just how some police departments handle things until their backup arrives. When his backup arrived, then they started getting everybody out of the cars and all that. But that is what it is. Again, I'm not going to beat a dead horse with that. But Stang Mode. Stang Mode was just on RT Life's channel because he was talking about being pulled over. And also YouTubing on a budget. He was recently pulled over too. And Stang Mode and YouTubing on a budget both have my support because of the way they handled the situation. If you're a little bit more respectful at the window of the car, again, doing what I do for a living, that respect goes a long way. So, I like to, when people bitch about getting pulled over for doing over the speed limit, typically it's not a big deal. But what I like to say is, you were doing 70 and a 55. That's wrong. Yeah, I know it's wrong, but, well, there is no buts. You were still doing 70 and a 55. Now, I could do this, this, and this, but I won't, since I see your driving record, since you were respectful at the window, blah, 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 blah. there's a lot of things that can happen. So when you get up to somebody's car window and they're like, fuck you, I'm recording you, pussy, do what you want to do, those kind of traffic stops go a different way. YouTube just ain't safe to have fun and live, enjoy themselves anymore. Well, you're always taking a risk when you're putting unsafe driving or breaking the law, and it doesn't matter if you're, you know, breaking bottles and putting glass on the ground and waiting for people to walk over it as a prank. Like, if somebody cuts their foot, you're still liable. Like, like, you, when you record things and put them on the internet, you're always going to be subject to people's opinions. Now, if like, say the family cruising thing, if people's opinions of Paul, let's say you're a neighbor of Paul's, and you know he has this loud ass car, you know that he goes to this private road every day and does burnouts and drag races, because if you've watched Paul's channel, he's raced hundreds of cars on that same road. He's done countless burnouts on that same road. He's done 150 mile an hour pulls on the highway, but then on the other hand, he's saying that he doesn't street race. So, like, imagine being one of his neighbors, like, constantly having issues with this guy. So now there's a fire. The first thing people are going to do is start pointing fingers. I knew it. You have a YouTube channel, and they're watching him. They're watching all his content. Now you have a big deal because it's a fire investigation, not only with the police and the criminal investigation, but the insurance companies. They're going to look into that whole situation. Well, watch the video of his car burning. He's on a road that is filled with fucking tire marks. That's a road that they know cars go to drag race and do burnouts and shit like that. So, like, immediately his fire investigation is subject to criminal activity because they're going to assume he was doing something wrong. It's up to Paul to prove that he wasn't. So as long as everything's, copacetic with proving that he was just testing his car and nothing crazy was going on, he should be fine. I have faith in Paul, and I believe he should be fine. I would love to go watch him drag race on the street. I don't think it was the dealership. No, I think it was one of his neighbors. I think it was somebody that knows Paul or lives around Paul that, called on him. So, another thing is, like, most of these YouTubers put their channel names right on their car. So, I don't remember if Paul had his channel name on his car, but Paul's pretty famous. 60-some thousand subscribers. Like, everybody knows he has a YouTube channel, and it didn't take very long to go on that YouTube channel and find some things that were not right. I'd love to go watch him drag race on that street. Yeah, he invited me out a couple times because I wanted to race his. My SUV wouldn't be his Hellcat, but my SUV would definitely smoke that Rebel of his, and probably the Viper on a street race. Maybe not on a prep surface, but definitely on a street because of my all-wheel drive. But yeah, I wanted to go out there and race him on that particular road. Is where he'd like to do that. But he lives 11 and a half hours from me. So, if you go back in Paul's videos, you can't now because they're all gone. But, like, we met each other at, like, the YouTube call out. That was someplace we were both going. And when we got there, we kind of did a little collab. And we grew a relationship. We exchanged numbers. And Paul's someone I text frequently and get advice from. And throughout this whole process of him not only being in jail, but the aftermath, I just wanted him to let him know that I give him my support. So I do support the Family Cruising YouTube channel. I do wish the best for him, but it's a situation that we all got to deal with. I mean, in the beginning, the dealership started sending him warning notes, and that dealership reviews are destroyed 2.0 ready. Yeah, that brings up another topic. The warning note, the cease and desist letter. As soon as he got that letter, he should have stopped making videos about the dealership, because this is how the law works, and this is how businesses work. I've seen people prosecuted in criminal court and sued over Yelp reviews. You can't just put negative reviews online. We all like to say it's free speech, but it's not. As soon as you review negatively somebody's business, you have to have proof. You have to either have proof through experience, And you can't just slander somebody's name because you feel that they unjustly treated somebody badly. It has to be your experience. I've seen somebody sued for the exact same thing. Now, like, all these people are going on that dealership's review page, and they are crushing them, giving them 1 stars, talking about the YouTube channel that they destroyed and all that shit. Like, for one, the law doesn't care that a YouTuber got arrested. It's sad to say, but like, if you're doing illegal shit on the street and you get caught, the law doesn't care. They're going to use all your videos against you. Now, the dealership is going to say, what did I do to you? They're going to go after Paul for everybody making comments about Paul's channel and screwing Paul over. Because you got to remember, the dealership had a good relationship with Paul up until that time. Paul's engine essentially blew right as he was giving people, like, he did this thing where he had a contest, and people won this contest. I'm going to say it was like 3 or 4 people won this contest, and for winning the contest, they got to ride in Paul's Hellcat. He was filming that video when his car broke the first time. So he takes it to the dealership, and they said, yeah, blah, 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 blah. You have major engine failure, but we don't believe it's related to the parts, because that's another thing. Paul's car is highly modified. It had 850 wheel horsepower, so it was pushing over 1,000 horsepower at the crank. It's highly modified, so his warranty was gone. He had no warranty on his car. No matter how many miles on it, as soon as you modify a car, your warranty's gone. But because of their relationship, they hooked him up. Now, they couldn't give him a free engine because his car was out of warranty. What they did is give him an engine at cost. So that engine, they gave him to basically as like, he's an employee of Dodge and you pay the minimum. Now, they put that engine in his car. They also transferred the parts that he had added back into that new engine, and it was a hodgepodge of different mechanics and tuners, and it was a freaking mess. It didn't run right when he first got it back, and Paul should have never taken that car. He should have never took delivery of that car. He should have left it at the dealership until it was running right, but he did. He took the car, took it home. It still wasn't running right. He did a little testing, and the car caught on fire. He should have left it at the dealership until it was completed. He burnt that note and made a video about it. Yeah, that is correct. We don't know if he burned the actual note. We just know that he made a video about it. He made 2 videos about it because he got very specific in the first video, and he made a second video where he like took everybody's name out of the video. One of the reviews are, don't come here unless you want your car burnt down. Yeah, I read a lot of them reviews. I watched a couple people who did videos about the dealership and the reviews. I just wanted to stay away from it. I did give them a bad review myself, but I didn't go in specifics. So I do, like I said, you know, Paul's a good friend of mine, so I support the dealership kind of screwing him over. But you got to remember, they stuck their neck out for him a little bit. They hooked him up with the engine. They didn't give him one for free, but they gave him one at cost. So he saved a lot of money, and something very tragic happened afterwards. So you know, it's sad to say, but that's kind of how life and business goes. No, he should have told them to take off that tune. That is correct. They should have just put the engine back in factory. They should have got it running correctly, and then he should have modified it later, again, whether it would cost him more or whatever. But they should have definitely returned that car to factory before they tried to mess with somebody else's tune. So if you have a tuner, and whether you take your car to like Diablo Formula Racing or whoever, if you have a tuner and you take your car to them and have it adjusted, now it's running right, but like that person made your car run like that. So if you ever have issues, you should take it back. That person should have the most knowledge about your tune. Now if you decide to go with a different tuner altogether, now you have to divert your attention and go to a new tuner, let them start over from scratch and do it all over again. And then you can't go to this tuner ever again. You have to keep going to this tuner. So, you know, like me, Livernois. My car is tuned by Livernois. So far, knock on wood, no. But if I ever have minor problems coming up in the future, I'm going to take it to them. I'm not going to take it to anywhere else because it's tuned by Livernois. So, that's just, you know, even when I go back to the dealership for warranty stuff or like servicing and shit like that, like, they don't plug into my car. I don't let them plug into my car because they know it's modified. So like, If they have an issue and they have to clear codes, I do that myself. We take the numbers and things like that, but I don't let Ford plug into my car because it's out of warranty anyways, and I don't want to mess them with my tune. In the beginning, when I first put my tune on, I used to take the tune off when I would take my car in for servicing. Then when I changed my 3-bar map sensor to get more boost, that all went away because I can't just change my 3-bar map sensor every time I go to get an oil change, and it won't run right on a stock tune. So I can't return it to stock and just drive it around. It doesn't run right. It won't idle, things like that. It'll run like shit. It might have problems if I tried to do that. So I don't let them plug into my car. I leave it on the race tune 24/7, and like I said, so far I've had nothing but a great experience, and I'm going on 50,000 miles with no issues on a 93 race tune the entire time, and I'm having a blast. A 13-second SUV is plenty enough for me on the street, and it's plenty enough to have excitement, and it's plenty enough to get my kicks off when I want to pass somebody up to the speed limit. Of course, if they're going below the speed limit, I'll pass them doing the speed limit. But that's how it is. Any more questions before I get off of here? I've been streaming now for an hour. We'll call that a day for working out. I like to work out in the middle of the night on my days off because since I'm working night shift now for a couple months, it's just a good idea to help me stay awake. So, any more questions before I head out of here for tonight? Why is your channel called the 570 Experience? Well, the 570 is the area code where I live, because I live in Northeast PA. The 570 also has significant value to me because of where I was born. So, there's multiple reasons. It used to be called the 570, then I changed it to the 570 Experience. When it was just the 570, and you looked up on YouTube and you typed in the 570, you would get other things like there's a Polaris 570 Ranger, there's a McLaren 570. You would get like 570 like bands or people that just live in this you'd get a lot of other traffic. So I changed it to 570 Experience because I'm giving you my life experience through my eyes, through the driver's seat of my car, and because I live here now in Northeast PA, coming from Montana, but now I live in Northeast PA. I'm basically showing you my experience through YouTube. So when you type in the 570 Experience, I'm the only one that comes up, and that's what I wanted. But that's why it's called the 570. You want to come on up and hit the weights with me? We can spot each other, and then I can put 300 pounds and show you guys for the channel. I don't work out as much as I would like. I used to be a lot bigger, but life catches up with you. I'm a little older now. I'm beat up. I'm working so many different shifts. It's really hard to catch sleep, and when you're tired and things like that, you really don't feel like working out. And I got 2 kids, so I work out now probably twice a week. So for a half broken Marine who now just works all these crazy shifts, I ain't doing too bad. You should do more Q&A live streams. Yes, I want to do more. I actually did a lot of them in the beginning, but I have twice as many subscribers as I did in the past. So I want to do more. I'll probably do another one next week during the day. So most of the United States will be on when I'm doing the live stream. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna do some more live streams. If you have any suggestions for like today's video, for instance, I did a workout while I was live streaming. So if you have any suggestions, just shoot me in the comments section. After I shut this video down, you can comment in the video below. That way the comment will stay there for the entire time. If you didn't know how YouTube works, when I end this live stream, all the comments that I receive, I'm in the United States. It's 2 a.m. here. Let's see. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. where I am too. So yeah, we're on the same time frame. But for these next 2 months, I'm working 10 to 6. So it is my day off, and I just want to stay awake. So I decided to come down here and start working out at 1 a.m. So I'm gonna end this live stream here in a minute, but I appreciate everybody stopping by. I really do. I got the watch time back up to where it needs to be. I'm over 240,000 minutes, but I don't have the subscribers, so I'm not too far off from getting my ads back in my video. I'd like to get ads back in my video so I can start getting paid by YouTube again and bring you more great content. Like I said, when I reach 2,000 subscribers, there's going to be a 800 horsepower beast sitting in my garage, and I'd love to bring you that content. I'm going to be the only YouTuber on YouTube that has this car and is going to be doing daily vlogs with it. So I can't wait for that. It's going to be amazing. My channel will explode when that happens because, like I said, I'm going to be the only one. So yeah, my channel will explode. I'm just I gotta justify making that purchase. It's not about the money. I make well over 100 grand a year, so it's not about the money. I could purchase it now. I'm gonna keep the Explorer, and I'm gonna purchase this new car. I just want to know through subscribers, through support, through YouTube, that you guys are gonna enjoy car YouTube videos, because honestly, like I said earlier, my biggest videos are not car YouTube videos. They're product reviews. So if I made videos about product reviews non-stop, should I be buying 900 horsepower muscle cars? Nobody's gonna watch it. So give us a name if that muscle car car brand. I'm not gonna give you a name just because it's too specific. It's not. But let's say I said Shelby. Like if I said I was gonna get a Shelby, sure, that's great, that's unique, but that's not unique enough. Let's just say it's gonna cost just under 100 grand, and like I said, the car itself has been featured on YouTube. People have taken it for a test drive. They've talked about what it would be like to drive one, but nobody currently has a YouTube channel that's based around this car. There's only one person that knows, and if you look up my video where I went to the first YouTube call out where I met JD Joyride and shit, I told him that I was going to buy it, but I bleeped it out in the video. I muted it. And he said that would be amazing. He said that's a great idea. Nobody has a channel like that, and that's where I kind of got the idea. So that idea is still in my head. That the ideas around that vehicle, around me doing that channel, is they're all still in my head. I'm not telling anybody because I don't want to ruin it. Like, I have some amazing ideas that aren't done on YouTube. And I'm like, I criticize guys. Like, I watch videos where I see, like, people take a car to CarMax and they see what it's worth. Great. But that video's been done. That video's been done 100 times. Everybody takes their car to CarMax, and then they bitch about CarMax only offering them so much. Like, come up with something original. Like, even these family cruising arrested videos, like, I didn't make any videos about Paul's arrest. I made videos about Growl's Garage because I found out he was a pedophile, but I didn't make any videos about Paul because everybody's doing it. Everybody's capitalizing on Paul being arrested, and I wasn't going to do that. So, YouTube is just fun right now, and it doesn't mean, because I make money, it doesn't mean a lot to me, to the point where, like, I gotta ruin not only my reputation but my personal relationships with people just for views. I'm not gonna do that. So, I'm not gonna stoop to some people's low, and car manufacturer. It's one of the big three. Ford, Chevy, Dodge. It's one of the big three. That's all I'm gonna say. But currently, nobody has a channel based around this car. That's all I'm gonna say. But man, I want to give you hints, but again, I don't want to ruin things because there's a lot of people who watch my channel. I did give a hint during a live stream once where I showed like a clip of the car, and somebody kind of guessed it, but that person, I told them that they weren't right, so they didn't. It is what it is, though. Let's just say I'm gonna blow the YouTube world out the box with it, and I'm gonna bring my video style. I'm gonna bring my honesty. You know how I like to say things about things I feel, and I don't give a shit what people think. That's all coming. That's all gonna be part of it, and I'm gonna voice my opinion because I'll give you a hint. There's a lot of people who have a similar car that like to call it one of these. Um, I say that because like they'll put a mod on their car that brings it up to the level of this car, but it still ain't this car. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having a V6 Camaro and then putting a GT or a SS badge on it and claiming that you have an SS because it performs like an SS. So there's a lot of people on YouTube that have a similar car that performs like it, but it doesn't have the name of this car. The car's name is very specific, and the car's name is what holds its value. Um, if you want an example, like the SVT Cobra, like the 0304 Cobras, the Terminators. There's a lot of people that have GTs, and then they throw a Ken Bell like supercharger on it or a Paxton supercharger on it, and they'll call it an SVT clone. There's a lot of people that have clones of the car that I'm gonna get, but most of them can't shell out twice the amount of for the price they paid for their car. Can't shell out twice the amount to drive this car. So that's what it's gonna be. Let's see here. How many subscribers do you have? I broke 600 a few weeks ago, so I'm at like 625. So we're you know, a little under 400 away from getting my ads back in my videos. But like I said, I've grown really fast recently, and that's kind of how YouTube works. It was a struggle to get 10 subscribers. It was a struggle to get 100 subscribers. But now I get more a month than what I used to in 6 months. And that's just kind of how YouTube goes. And as people discover you and watch your videos, they latch onto you like that, and they share your videos on different social media. So once I reach 1,000, can I do a burnout in your? Yes, I can do a burnout in my Explorer. I'll get to that in a second. Once I reach 1,000, it's gonna start picking up because we'll be so close to that 2,000 mark, and I'll be shopping for more cars like I have in the past, and I'll show you the car, but I won't talk about it, and I won't say that I'm gonna get it. It'll just show up one day, and then we'll talk about it. But let's see. Can you do a burnout in your Explorer? Yeah, my Explorer has too much power for like the tire size, so I can burn out all four wheels for about 20-25 feet. But and if you go to my like 0 to 60, 0 to 100 runs that I filmed a month or two ago, I achieved a 5 flat 0 to 60. Now that's with a lot of throttle control, and a lot of people were telling me to like launch it at over 2,000 RPMs. I have a hard time launching it at more than 2,000 RPMs because of the traction. Burning out for 20 feet and still getting a 0 to 60 at 5 seconds flat in a 5,000 pound SUV is great. But if I could control that wheel spin, I could do a sub 5 0 to 60. So I was really trying to control the wheel spin. So, you know, I'm getting better as a driver. I've been driving ever since I could. So I'm 34 now. I've driven lots of different sports cars, but power to management in this SUV is a little difficult because you don't have as much control with the automatic transmission as you do a manual. So you can hold your RPMs, things like that. Throw drag slicks on it. Yeah, drag slicks will be great. The problem is you got to put them on all four wheels, and if I would do something like that, you can't drive it to the track like that. You'd have to get to the track, switch all your wheels out, and then do it. But yeah, I mean, you know, in a perfect world, that would be great. But it's just not. It's not feasible for the kind of stuff that I do because most of the stuff I do is either in Mexico or I do it after work on a closed road. I'm a down to earth kind of driver. I don't live next to a drag strip, so if I would go to a drag strip, you know, it takes me an hour and a half to get there. I got to make a day of it. Like I got to go down there and spend a few hours racing, doing different runs and getting better. So honestly, take a trip 5 miles down the road. It's not a perfect scenario, but I get what I can done on the street in Mexico. Yep. But I'm going to get off of here. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I'd like to What the fuck? I'd like to thank What the Fuck for stopping by and not only spending some time with me as I work out, but keeping this chat alive with the comments and questions. So do me a favor, if you go through my video history and you see some things, like there's some great videos I did videos, like I said, about driving songs and things like that. If you like videos like that and you want to support the channel, share them on your Facebooks, so other people can see them. And like I said, you can help me grow as a YouTuber. Give me video suggestions. I always take suggestions. Give me some video suggestions, things you'd like to see, and I'll make those. I'll do that. I'll make those videos come through. And I always love to do live chats like we have now. So if you got a topic you'd like to discuss, and I feel that it's a great thing to bring up for a live stream, I'll do it, man. But like I said, I'm on night shift right now, so finding time to do these live streams is going to be a little difficult for the next 2 months. But I'll do one, like I said, next week during the day, and we'll get it done. So shoot me some comments on the bottom of this video of what you'd like to see and what you'd like to talk about, and we'll get it done. But I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by. Max speedrun with your Ford Explorer. See, I already did that, man. You gotta you gotta go down and search in my videos. I've done multiple max speed runs. It started, if you go back all the way to the beginning of my videos, it started a long time ago where a buddy of mine had a Dodge Dart, and this is something I like to say. There's a difference between driving fast and having a fast car. Because there's a lot of people that have a bad habit of driving fast. They'll go 115, 120 miles an hour all the time. But, they have like a Dodge Dart or a Kia Soul or something like that. And they'll fly by you and they feel like they have a fast car because they're driving fast. But that doesn't mean they have a fast car. So this started a long time ago. A buddy of mine with a Dodge Dart turbo version felt like his car was fast, and I basically humbled him, and I made a video called Can't Touch This, and I let him basically max his speedometer out. He was doing 110, 115, and as soon as he basically got it to its max speed where the governor kicked in, I floored it, and then I dusted him and played Can't Touch This as I drove by him. That started a thing where he's like, oh, your car's not that fast, and I'm like, not that fast. I let you reach your top speed before I even took off. That's how fast my car is. I closed the distance and I freaking dragged you down and I passed you. I've beaten Scat Packs in top speed. Is my car faster than a Scat Pack straight line in a quarter mile? No. A Scat Pack will do 11s. But a Scat Pack at 160 mile an hour is scary. They are dangerous cars. They're very light. When you get up to that speed, they wander all over the fucking road. My Explorer at 160, I can drive with one hand. It's very planted. So I've done top speed runs. I did a run where I maxed out the speedometer. And I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm going faster, but my speedometer says 140. So I did another run where I changed the speedometer to digital. And I took it to 140. And I figured after the needle got pinned at 140, the digital part of it would actually keep counting. It turned out that didn't work. It stopped at 140 and wouldn't count anymore, even though I felt like I was going faster. So I'm like, this has got to change. Fast forward another week, I downloaded a GPS app for my phone, and I recorded myself doing 148. That stood for a while, and then, the devil on my shoulder kept saying, you got to do 150. Your car will do 150. You got to punch it, blah, 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 blah. So I found a different road, one that had a bigger straightaway, and I achieved 153, 152, 153. My car will do somewhere between 155 and 160 if I have enough road. So yeah, I did that for a video, and you can go back in my video history and take a look at that video. So I'm very accustomed to top speed runs in my Ford Explorer. It surprises a lot of people. I've raced, if you go to the YouTube Oktoberfest video and you go to the one where it says after the YouTube call out, I was with a couple buddies of mine, and a Tesla Model X SUV was racing me, and that thing is pretty quick. It's 11-second SUV, but up to about 130, it had me. And we were on the highways down in Mexico on our way back from the call out, and the look on their faces as we passed them doing 155 was priceless. Nobody expects a Ford Explorer to be doing 155, and I did that with people in the car. And if you watch that leaving the YouTube call out video, he's talking about it, and I'm trying to tell him to shut the fuck up, Joe. I'm trying to tell Joe to shut the fuck up because like we were live, and we didn't have a chance to like edit anything, so like I didn't want him to just start talking about where we were and things like that because obviously we were in Mexico. Let's see, my buddy's Challenger went that fast on the street and it was all over the place. Yeah, I know people's Corvettes, Mustangs, Challengers, Chargers, they'll do that, but it's scary. So not a lot of people drive that fast. Like I have a buddy with a Shelby GT 500, and he has some work done to it. He has like 530 to the wheels, so that's over 600 at the crank because it's like the '08 version. So yeah, he has some work done to it, and he's never reached the speeds that I have in my car because that car at 140 plus is scary. So yeah, I appreciate my vehicle. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it unless it catches on fire next to a cornfield. So yes, the Challenger is a scary car, but I want it. Yeah, I've driven a few Challengers. And I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2". I'm 260 pounds, but I don't like the blind spots in the Challenger. I would definitely prefer a Charger over a Challenger, even though it's 4 doors. There's more vision. So I've also talked about like I might get a show here in the next couple weeks, a Taurus show, because with the same setup, if I put the same Livernois kit on the show, have 500 plus horsepower in that car. To this day, there's people that have taken the car to 130, or they've taken it to like 140, but nothing past that. Like there's people with that car that haven't achieved what I have in the Ford Explorer. And if I had that car, I'd show you that it does 160 plus. I mean, I would show you things that other people would just, their butthole would pucker up in the passenger seat. Like I did a video when I was with Greg Salvatore where we were on the street in Mexico and we tried to race a Fox body Mustang that was all tubbed out and shit. And he didn't want to race. Most people don't want to race my car because they think it's a cop car. We'll start there. But he didn't want to race, so I took off. And you can see everybody that's in my car, their eyes after a certain speed start gravitating towards my speedometer because they're getting worried. And you can see not only on my face and how relaxed I am, but like you can tell that I've driven fast where they have never seen speeds like that, and to them 100 plus is like super amazing. Like to me 100 plus is just another day on the street. I'm driving out with one hand, cracking a nos and drinking at the same time, texting on the phone, doing 100 plus. So all right, man, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go through get this video finalized, but I'd like to again thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the questions, and I hope to see you soon. Make sure you leave comments in the video about future videos, and help me out, help me grow, share some of my videos. If you feel the same way I do about the Grouse Garage, I made 2 videos about Grouse Garage. Put them on Facebook. Put that motherfucker on blast. Use me as your microphone. I'm not afraid to tell some piece of shit how I feel. And, it is what it is. So get those videos out there for people to see and expose this piece of shit. He did delete his videos for right now, but I believe he'll be back after this court case. But I don't feel that he should be at car events. I don't feel that he should be around our kids. I think sexual predators should stay home and not have 392s and not go to car events and pretend like there's something they're not. Like I said in that video, I don't care if he has a 392 or not. He's a pedophile. I'm not watching his shit. He could own a Bugatti. I'm not watching his shit. He could have a Z06. I'm not watching his shit. I don't support the guy. That being said, though, I didn't know about his past until recently. But for damn sure, I'm not going to support him now. So, like myself, there's a guy named Camaro Time who's pretty adamant about the same thing. I just think he made some bad choices and it's too late to go back. That is correct. I've been drunk, I've been so fucking shit-faced. I do things that I regret, but I've never touched a kid. You know, I've never killed a Dennison 707. What's up? Yeah. Um, Actually, Dennison 707 is a new subscriber. I recently found your page. Love your content. I love watching your videos. I'm still catching up on some of your videos because I don't have hours on hours and hours to watch everybody's videos, but I'll get them all eventually. But yeah, great content. So I appreciate the stopping by, and I think you were present. I think you were present when RT Life was commenting in my videos when RT Life like came on my channel and commented on the Grouse Garage videos, because just so you guys know, RT Life supports Grouse Garage, which is sick. It's gross. It's as a U.S. Marine, as a father, as a someone who now works in law enforcement, it makes me sick to see someone support that guy. And Grouse Garage should just basically stay indoors and stay away from our kids. And RT Life is the kind of guy, maybe it's his religion, I don't know, but RT Life is the kind of guy that gives everybody a second chance. You don't get a second chance. You're not going to hang around my kids. So I'm still active duty. All right, man. Yeah, I was in from 02 to 06 after 2 deployments to Iraq. That was enough for me, so I got out. But yeah, I'm not going to hold any punches. And RT Life came on my channel, and a subscriber or two was commenting in my videos about how much they supported me, how much they liked how I spoke my mind and spoke the truth, and I didn't give a shit about what people thought. RT Life was basically like, I demand you to name these channels that support him, and my subscribers were right on key. They were like, you pussy, you're the one that supports him. You donated money to him. You said, keep your head up, buddy. We all know the truth. They were talking about RT Life, but they were being tactful. So as soon as they were challenged by RT Life, they put him on blast. Now, RT Life, when that happened, deleted all his comments. I screenshotted all those comments, so I still have them. I thought about making a video. I still might, but I don't know if I wanna travel down that road again. But if it gets worse, I certainly will. But RT Life backed out, and basically once he was called out for supporting Grouse Garage, who turned out to be a registered sex offender, once he was blasted that he supports Grouse Garage, he not only deleted the comments off my video, but he went on to Grouse Garage GoFundMe page and he made his donation anonymous. So that just shows you what kind of person he is. If you don't mean what you say and say what you mean, and you retract all your comments, what kind of person are you? If you go back on everything you say, can I believe anything you say? Take that to the fucking bank. So with that being said, I don't know if I'm going to make a video about that, because I'm just not going to get in these like internet debates, most of them just get me enraged, and I want to break people's fucking necks over them, and I'm not going to do that over the internet. I'm not a troll. I speak my mind. I'll say it to your face. I'll do it in person, and I'm not afraid to do it. But I'm not going to engage in a texting battle with you, because most of these people are keyboard warriors, and they talk shit in real life. Let's see. Oh well, that's just how tiny 5.7 Hemi owners are. Yeah. Speaking of tiny, not only is RT Life fucking tiny, one of the only people that surprised me with how big he is Paul from Family Cruising. Because like I said, I'm 6'2", 260 pounds. Paul from Family Cruising makes me look small. And as you saw when I was working out earlier, I'm a pretty big guy. I got 20-inch forearms and 18-inch biceps, but Paul's just tall. He's a big fucking dude. He's got big hands, big arms, and standing next to him, I felt small. When most of the time, and this is true 99% of the time, YouTubers, they're all fucking tiny. Street Speed looks like a midget. Diablo Formula Racing looks like a midget compared to Street Speed. Guitar Mageddon, Street Speed, JD Joyride's a very small guy. RT Life, very small guy. He is fucking tiny. What's his name from Driveway Demons? I believe his first name is Corey. But love his channel, by the way, Driveway Demons. Very small guy. He's like 5'10", but he's like 140 pounds. Like, he's a very, very small guy. So yeah, with YouTubers, you meet these people in real life, and everybody's got their camera in front of their face. You don't realize how big they are, and you meet them in real life, and you know, they're sniffing your armpits. So, uh, Big Clyde, he's one of the bigger YouTubers. I want to say he's like 6'4", 6'5", but he's a bigger dude. But there's not too many YouTubers out there that are just massive. Tall Guy Car Reviews, he's like 6'11". He's very tall, but he's skinny. Everyone has to comment or make a video about it. 5'11", 220. Awesome. Yeah, that's just it. You know, this is our forum. This is what we like to do for fun. We make videos and talk about our personal opinion, and I think everybody's opinion should be respected. But I made that video a week or two ago because people were just blasting me. They're emailing me about profiting off of Paul, and I took personal offense to that because I didn't make any videos about Paul. I didn't do update videos about Paul's arrest. I did make videos about Growl's Garage because I found out he was a scumbag, but I didn't capitalize off of Paul's arrest, and I'm still not. I'm not going and making videos like everybody else about the dealership. They're making videos now about the comments on the dealership's page and the rating going down. Like, I'm just not doing it. Like, it is what it is. Fuck those people. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. That's gonna get my watch time up. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna do more live streams. Get on when more people are awake during the day. But I appreciate you coming by and watching me work out and shooting me with some questions. For both of you, because both of you, through talking with you, you guys are kind of new to my channel. Feel free to go through my past videos. I have a lot of stuff on there. I talk about, one of my favorite videos I did is about movie cars, where I talked about like Eleanor, the 67 Shelby GT 500 from Gone in 60 Seconds movie. That's one of my favorite videos. I took a long time and put that together. Of course, I'd like the Marine Corps tribute videos because I am a Marine, and every Marine Corps birthday I do a tribute video. But the movie car video, I do like that video because it has homage to car channels, where I talk about like when I'll just bring up one thing, like Knight Rider. They tried to redo Knight Rider, and they tried to take the car and modernize it. They used a Shelby GT 500 Super Snake, which is an amazing car, but because it wasn't, you know, the classic kit, the show flopped. It didn't work, and that's kind of the way I guide that whole video. I talk about like the 67 Shelby GT 500 from the early 2000s version of the Gone in 60 Seconds movie. I didn't like the movie. I hated it. I love the car. The car is an amazing vehicle, but it's not even close to like the original Gone in 60 Seconds. And yeah, if you like that video, give me a thumbs up on it. But I appreciate your suggestions. Make sure you comment on this video after I close it out. I wanna move forward with this and do some more live streams maybe next week. I have some things planned. I'll give you a video idea I'm gonna do. A buddy of mine has volunteered to. It's essentially going to be a pepper spray and a mace challenge, where I'm going to have different law enforcement maces sprayed in my face, and I'm going to fight through them, and guys are going to tackle me, and I'm going to beat them up, and I'm going to talk about not only how strong certain sprays are, but how they affected me. And Uber. I am a registered Uber driver, and I certainly would love. I might just sign on to Uber, go pick some people up, and scare the crap out of them. But yeah, so for that video, I have like 20 different pepper sprays right now. I'm waiting on a couple more to show up in the mail. But when the weather gets warm, they're gonna spray me in the fucking face, and then I'm gonna like navigate obstacle course, or like a sort of like a small little thing where I have to navigate like around corners and shit like that. And then they're gonna tackle me, and I'm gonna fight through the pain, and then I'm gonna rate them based on how they affected me. So that's a video I got coming up. I do have another spray paint video, because my second most popular video on my channel is a spray paint. So I have another one of those videos coming up. So I have some things planned. And like I said, once I reach 2,000 subscribers, there's going to be a 800 horsepower beast sitting in my garage. So stay tuned for that. And as always, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the 570. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See ya.